If you are watching this video, chances are you're thinking about flood insurance. Most people who purchase a homeowner's insurance policy will likely consider purchasing flood insurance at some point. But the typical homeowner's insurance does not cover for flood. It covers for water falling from the sky damaging your roof, but once the water touches the ground and fills up your home, you're on your own. If you live in a high-risk flood area, you have no option but are required to carry one. But what if you don't? Your home is located in a low-risk flood zone, and you might be able to get a mortgage without purchasing flood insurance. But then the anxiety starts creeping in. What if there's a flood? It's not something that can't happen. In fact, more than 20% of the claims are from moderate to low zones. That's 1 out of 5, and that doesn't count homeowners who weren't insured and therefore couldn't file claims. We don't know how many uninsured there are, and we hope we won't be one of them. So how do you know if you need flood insurance? With the average cost to be $700 a year, you might want to give it some thought. The sad truth is that everyone lives in a flood zone. No one is 100% safe, and it's just a matter of how much risk there is. The NFIP, National Flood Insurance Program, is a program managed by the Federal Emergency Management Administration, or FEMA. It aims to reduce the impact of flooding on private and public structures and has 3 components: to provide flood insurance, to improve floodplain management, and to develop maps of flood hazard zones. So the NFIP could tell you your home's exact risk of flooding. For example, Zone A and C are high-risk areas, and Zone B and D are moderate and low-risk areas. But you live in Zone N, which is unmapped. Can you still get flood insurance? The answer is yes. There are rates for everyone. In order to know your flood zone, your best bet is to go on the FEMA website, type in your address, and assess the flood risk of your home. You can also find the average flood insurance premiums in your area. Flood insurance protects 2 types of property: the structure of your home and the contents. A federal flood policy would cover rebuilding costs up to $250,000. If your home's cost exceeds $250,000, you have to buy a private flood insurance policy called excess coverage. The NFIP also covers up to $100,000 in possessions. You can buy one or both of them. This distinction is made because each have their own deductibles and limits, respectively. Note that flood insurance policies do not cover the land your home sits on. Before making any decisions, it is important to go to the FEMA website. They have a fact sheet that lists what is covered and not covered under the NFIP policy. Lastly, here are 2 tips. Don't wait for an impending storm to purchase federal flood insurance. There's usually a 30-day waiting period. Some private policies offer a 15-day waiting period. Also, you can make an inventory of the possessions in your home to make filing a claim faster.